Damn.
Whoa, those are lots of good
Yeah.
slaps. Good slaps.
You're getting louder
I
every
like
time.
a good slap in the butt.
It's good. You ever like practice slapping? You're like, huh? What's gonna, like?
Yeah. I played volleyball for a couple of years.
Yeah. Just to practice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Slapping it.
Yeah, imagine that was the main reason why I started playing volleyball.
Right. yeah.
Just to learn how to slap the butts. And then, or maybe like a motherfucker, just to put him in his place.
Yeah. Slap an ass or an asshole, like either way.
That's a good saying. You can put it on a t-shirt.
Right. This wrist was made for slapping.
Yeah,
Like asshole or ass.
That's a terrible beginning of an episode. Let's go with it.
Slap these fucking audience members. Slap our fans.
Was it a mixed gender team in volleyball?
No.
In school? No.
Like we played a lot. Like and mostly actually we mostly played like 2x2, 2 against 2. Like,
like beach volleyball.
yeah,
style.
but on concrete, because like the outside volleyball field was like really small.
Yeah.
So then there we did like mixed, but usually like indoor 6x6 or 4x4 it was like either male or female.
Right.
And that's it.
In school, yeah, you did this.
Yeah, high school. Yeah, I was the captain of the team in 12th grade. Even
Nice.
though I'm not the tallest guy.
Wow.
I had to make up for it with vertical jump and agility and like strategy and it's like, when you have less talent or less physical abilities, you have to make up for it with effort,
Skill.
Mm-hmm.
with the skill.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So like this is what happened.
Yeah.
So it's nice.
But Tyler is huge, and you used to play basketball, yeah?
I'm a big, huge guy. I'm a baller as well.
How huge are you?
I'm huge in all the wrong places. I'm really tall, and it makes people think that I have a big penis, but I don't. Because I'm a grower, as we talked about.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. You just need to have good blood flow. Some would say overcompensate for other things. But it's fine.
Were you good at basketball?
Yeah, I was pretty good, Yeah. When I was younger, I was a leader of the team as well, usually.
You're still young.
Right. Just haven't balled as much recently.
Okay.
Yeah. But if there's like an NBA 2K or remember like I don't know, Space Jam or no, what was that really good? Like Space Jam was cool too, but like there was that NBA one where they would dunk from like half court. And, like
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know
Yeah.
what you mean. Like with the trampolines, right? Like they...
it was like that. It was like they jumped off a trampoline, but they didn't.
You're talking about the slam dunk contest.
No,
Or
that's also cool. But I mean the video game.
Damn.
Oh, a video game. I
Yeah.
don't know,
Oh.
It's like a famous video game, and like if you made 3 shots in a row, then like the ball turned on fire, and he's on fire.
Okay.
And it's like, it's a very famous,
like a street ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was 2-on-2 actually, just like volleyball, 2-on-2.
Cool.
Yeah. But you could beat Michael Jordan or like Dan Marley, or like my sister used to call Charles Broccoli.
Charles
Broccoli. Yeah. She's like 3 years old. She's like, is Charles Broccoli gonna play today?
Did she hated him? This is why
No.
she would call him Broccoli.
No, she just didn't. She couldn't pronounce Barkley. Yeah. Or like every player was like Michael Jordan or like LeBron James is like the guy of today.
Right now, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know.
Still playing.
The thing is, like, he's not young.
He's not young.
He's not young at all, and it's like, I was actually, I haven't finished, but there's a documentary about him that I was watching. Like when he was in high school, he would play against like another team, and then the guys from that team would come and ask him for the autograph.
Right.
Like in high school already.
Damn.
Yeah.
Because like, fuck me.
Yeah.
Right now his son is playing the NBA too.
Really?
And he's also there.
On the same team.
I think they were in the same team for a bit, but I think the son isn't as good. I think they switched him to a different team.
Okay.
Yeah.
The thing is like when your dad is like, it's one of the probably the biggest superstar in one sport, and then you as a son, you get
Yeah.
into the same sport, and you're like sort of like the expectation of you. It's like.
It's too high.
Like that's terrible. Like it
Yeah.
must be like so much pressure for him, like to fill like his dad
Yeah.
huge shoes.
Yeah.
How do you deal with that? Or you don't? You just
Yeah.
And I think it's important to know when things are really difficult. I mean, it's extremely difficult just to get on the practice team. You know,
Mm.
imagine in football, it's really hard just to be on the same team as Ronaldo. And so it's like,
He used the word football for like actual football, dude. He didn't say soccer.
right?
That's crazy.
Right.
Good job,
That's,
bro.
that's
Good job.
progress.
I'm
That's
learning.
progress.
That's
Yeah.
right. Good job.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just, I mean, it's that weird thing I actually wanted to talk about your, like, dreaming. They say, like, dream at the moon, so if you miss, you land on the stars.
Yeah.
And that's interesting, you know. Then that combined with what Jordan Peterson says about just taking the smallest step whatsoever and just make your bed, or you know, get up and brush your teeth every day, you know, something like that, combined with making the dream so incredibly impossible that you achieve something great. How do you balance that?
I think you are missing on the context here. So
Okay.
I think Jordan Peterson speaks about like just start by making your bed. So like his message is more towards people who are procrastinating, people who haven't even started yet, right? So like, well, let's imagine you wake up and you have like these 10 things to do, and like some of them are like hugely important or hugely difficult. Just start by doing something small. Start by doing something that you want to do, at least to get the momentum going.
Yeah.
Where people like Elon Musk, they say like, oh, set like a 10-year objective and then try to figure how can you get there in 6 months. But Elon Musk is somebody of he's already like moving so fast.
Yeah.
His momentum is already huge. So what he's trying like to shorten or increase his level productivity because he wants to get where he wants to be in 10 years faster. Like you will fail to get there in 6 months, but still you will get there further than you would just do like a normal 10-year plan.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
those are two different perspectives,
Yeah.
and it's whatever also like applies to you.
Yeah.
You know, like whatever you at. For example, like
Yeah.
me, I'm like I was telling Angad before you arrived, like this has been in terms of productivity one of probably the most productive week of my life
Wow.
so far. So like I was able like to kick my ass and be like, no, we're gonna do this. And I've been slacking on meditation a little bit. I've been slacking. My sleep hasn't been that well. But like overall, like my productivity this week, not in terms of amount of hours, but the fact like I'm not. If something needs to be done, I started doing this more like everything is urgent philosophy. I don't remember where it came from, but like one of the speakers, maybe it was even Gary Vee or something, and he was saying like his dad, I'm not sure if it was him, so don't quote me on this. So somebody's dad who became like an immigrant in US, a successful entrepreneur, and the way that dad would approach things is like everything is urgent. So if something needs to be done, just like it needs to get done right now. And that actually, I tried it this week, and it's been working like a charm. Even like answering messages to clients, like everything. Like as soon as I receive the message, I'm like, I immediately answer. I immediately do like it's usually like a task will take me like 2 or 3, 10 minutes, and I do it right now. Like it's urgent. I do it right now, and it's done. And then like next things, and then I continue with my life. As soon as I get like, oh, I need this, I'm just like, I just grab it, done. Next thing, done. Next thing. And it just works for me right now. This week has been great.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Nice.
Love that.
Gonna make lots of money.
What do you think triggered this change?
It was just a choice. Like I've decided, like I've been slacking a little bit. I've been tired to be behind on projects, because when I'm behind on projects, what happens is like there's like this pressure on my shoulders and on my head, like, and I'm sort of stressed and anxious all the time because oh shit, I'm behind. So I'm also unable to rest as well. So when I'm resting, when I'm not working, I'm like feeling this pressure. So I was a little bit pissed off at myself, and I was like a little bit fed up with that pressure, and I was like, no, I want to be responsible, I want to get my shit together, I will just like do this, and it's like fuck this, and by the end of the day I can rest in peace, you know, like my mind is like, oh yeah, I've done everything, or at least like I've done, nothing is behind, you know, like nobody's waiting for an answer, so it's like cool, or at least not urgent answer, like or something that can wait 2 or 3 days. Fine, but nothing, I'm not behind on anything, so it's like I don't have to catch up towards anything. So that was just to gain a little bit more peace of mind back, and it was good.
Very cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like your shirt.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it sort of fits me. I mean, I bought some shirts that didn't fit me recently. So
Really?
So, yeah.
Why would you, like, don't you try them?
Yeah,
Or was it
maybe
online?
not so much. I think I bought the same brand and I thought they would all be the same size, but yeah. I don't know. I like this outfit because it's very comfortable for me and it's sort of presentable in any situation. You know, it's just, these pants are pretty lightweight, so on a sunny day, I'm not super hot, but they're still pants, so I can go into a place that requires pants.
Not like at home.
Right, at home, in my underwear all the time.
Yeah, he was saying, it's like, oh yeah, Tyler looks nice. I'm used to seeing him in underwear all the time.
Yeah.
How is your house? Is it hot already? Is it too hot?
Oh, it's good.
It's good.
It stays cool, yeah.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you play any sports?
Dude, I've been going to the gym, but no sports yet. I'm gonna play paddle again, like.
No, I
finally,
mean when you were
watch me.
young, when you were like in
Oh,
high
is
school
it?
or something. Were you
Oh,
like
yeah, I
part
did,
of the
yeah.
team or something?
Yeah, I was also pretty good at basketball, like okay at volleyball. I was pretty good at swimming, and then my dad really wanted me to be like good at tennis, but I wasn't that good. So.
Why tennis?
I don't know, man. Like I feel like because my dad, he grew up quite poor, and he built like a lot of like. He was pretty successful, you know,
Nice.
and so I think he just thought of tennis as this like rich man's sport that he wished he could play when he was younger. So when he had the money and he had sons, he's like, oh yeah, I want them to play tennis. And
Yeah, and elite sport.
yeah. But it's just pretty hard, dude. It's very technical, you know. It's not like football or basketball where if you're athletic, you'll be good. But tennis is very like you know, you gotta spin the ball perfectly in a certain way. Just serving is pretty, you know. There's a lot of little details.
Yeah. It's not just physical conditioning.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a lot of technique as well.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But still, like overall, I think it's quite elitist. Like I don't think like if you are poor, like you don't have money to buy like a proper
Oh yeah.
racket or like rent
The core.
the court for practice and
Yeah.
like all of these things. Just like there are a few sports like that. You have golf. You have the horse riding.
Right. Yeah.
Everything
yeah,
that's
yeah.
like horse riding and all of that. It's
That's
like,
a big thing in Portugal, right? I learned. Yeah.
yeah, it is. I actually ended up riding a horse. I remember like somebody like gave to me a gift, and I took a girl on a date, like horse riding.
Cool.
Well, because it was an experience of horse riding and lunch.
Okay.
So we just went around like a farm. We drove with her car. We went around the farm and they showed us like different horses. And it's like some of them are like really nice, and some of them are actually like quite a bit like pissed and with a sense of character. You know, like oh yeah, don't get close to this guy and this and
Okay.
that. And we realized it's like it's actually like a lot of. It's really expensive to maintain a horse, and veterinarians are also like quite. It's not a joke. Ever like veterinarian call, it's
Expensive.
it's expensive. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it has to be done, and it's good.
When you go on a date, like a horse riding date, do you both like sit on the same horse or separate horses?
No, it's
They sit on this horse. Come on, guys. Giddy up. Just joking.
no. In this particular case, she brought out one of the horses, and I rode first, and then she went to ride it. So
Okay.
we just went to ride it like a little bit in a circle, and that's it. Because for me it was my first time riding a horse, but she has done it once before because she was a veterinarian. Yeah.
Okay. Can two people sit on the same horse? Is that?
Yeah, depends on the people, but yeah, usually yes. So like just like you see in the movies, that can happen, but I don't think it's healthy for you two people to ride a horse during long periods of time. So what happens is like they start to have like back problems, like
Right.
horses, because
Yeah.
like their back is like this, and then
It's too much weight.
it's too much weight, and then eventually like after a while, like if you're gonna be using a horse a lot, then you actually need to get a veterinarian to like do like injections into the spine.
Oh no.
And they were saying like that injection, if you, how do you call it? If you, it's not overuse. If you like, in a way, if you just like put too much weight on the horse's back, eventually like it gets like messed up, and then you need to do like injections, and though that injection costs like €1,000.
Damn.
Yeah, per injection. So it's like.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like it's sort of like you want to be using the horse, but at the same time you don't want to be putting too much weight on him. So
Yeah.
you don't have to pay those bills and all that.
And also animal cruelty.
Yeah, as well. Animal exploitation.
Yep doesn't give a fuck about that. Yeah.
The thing is like we already use all the animals, bro. It's like we use the animals for farming, for this. Like even dogs.
Okay, so you don't care.
It's not like I don't care. I care about the well-being of the horses. It's like they are the ones who are using it. The thing is, nowadays I don't think we are using the horses as much as we used to, because back in the day, like for example, cowboy and Indian, like they would literally like not fed up the horse, but they would like exhaust him to the point where like they had to shoot him because like he would die. You know, like they would just like exhaust the horse, and not sometimes intentionally, sometimes not intentionally, and then to the point where the horse would just like fell to the side, and that's it. And it's better just to kill him fast. Yeah.
Yeah, did you know this?
That's so dark,
No,
man.
did you know this?
No, I didn't know that. That's horrible.
If like a horse has even a broken leg or something, if the injury is too difficult, then you just have to kill the
put him
horse.
down.
Because they're too much in pain and they won't really recover, and it's like
That's sad.
they can't really recover anyways. And
Or maybe it will take so long that it's not really worth it.
But after you kill it, do you eat the horse meat?
of course,
Wait,
and you wear its
Especially
fur.
during those times, yeah, most likely.
Back then, yeah, for sure. These days, I
Like
don't.
if you can transport it, yes. Otherwise, you just leave it and you just ride away.
Yeah.
Because like if it's like
Right away, so you killed the other horse in front of his friend.
Anyways,
moving on.
back to bitches and hoes.
right, dude. Yeah, tell us about the date with the two. If you want to talk about
No,
it.
it didn't happen yet.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
I was tired, but probably
Okay.
Saturday tomorrow.
Okay.
Tomorrow or Sunday.
Yeah, Tyler, maybe. Yeah, because and Tyler, you.
Any-
Tell us about the Brazilian girl you met the other night.
Yeah, no, it's not so many baddies.
Will she be watching this podcast?
Huh?
Will she be watching this?
Probably not.
Which one? Which Brazilian?
if she makes a research of you.
Been hanging out with Brazilians, Americans, French, Portuguese.
So let's start from scratch. Which ones do you like the most?
I love all the hoes the most.
Don't speak about them like that. Let's be respectful.
I mean that respectfully. Being a hoe is a very good thing. Like,
so you only date prostitutes, the one that charge $500.
I only respect prostitutes. Not only, okay, I should say mostly.
Fair enough, I mean,
mostly.
the other ones are just getting fucked. At least these ones are getting paid for it.
Yeah. Rap culture. Rap culture is killing our brains.
Yeah, it's killing dating culture.
Yeah.
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 Okay, back to the
Fuck you, Eminem.
No, he's actually one of the nice guys. But
He's one of the good ones.
yeah.
Fuck. Well, fuck you, whoever you are, ruining the dating culture. I blame you for my fumbling of the baddies recently.
So you fumbled him?
I fumbled all of them. Yeah.
How come?
Just been fumbling them. Who knows? Like psychological childhood trauma. Like, like physically induced patterns in the brain that I have no control over. You know.
Do you feel like the conversation goes well and at some point it like goes south? Or
Yes. That is
so maybe
pretty
like
much what happens.
maybe if you like reflect on it, maybe you can find those points.
No, I don't really care. I think that actually society is meant for going forward at all fucking costs. Like,
Okay.
just move forward and don't give a shit about it. Like,
Okay.
I didn't make any mistakes. Like, I'm just joking about everything. So, like,
Right.
just keep going. Stay grounded. Like, stay positive. Stay energetic. Like, you know.
Do you stick your dick in crazy?
Yeah, I stick my dick into everything. I believe in it. Like, stick your dick into everything. Jizz on a pillow. Jizz on your hand. Like, first of all,
Okay.
don't wash yourself.
Okay, wait. Let's go back. What's the craziest chick you have had relations with?
Me?
Yeah. I'll ask you the same after.
Why are we assuming? Let's not
Why is
assume
she
genders.
Okay, yeah.
Well,
What's
the
the craziest person?
The craziest person.
Yeah, besides me.
Like, I would say the threesome that I had on this sofa.
Dude. Okay, let's skip that one. Second craziest. But by crazy I mean like the person's crazy. Like the person's crazy, not the situation.
I actually haven't had a lot of those.
Oh yeah.
No,
You've only
it's-
ever had sex with like same.
No, actually, like, I had I had sex once with a girl, and it took me a little bit to realize that she's not narcissistic, but she doesn't
Okay.
have a lot of empathy.
Mm.
So it took me a while because like I was saying no, I was setting boundary,
Yeah,
and she's
yeah.
like she just didn't give a damn. She would just like she wouldn't understand.
Right.
She couldn't put herself in my shoes. So it's just somebody who's like that, and it took me a while to because I never met a lot of people like that. I never met like narcissistic or other like mental disorders where people were like that, and it took me like a while to understand that. But as soon as I understood it, I'm like, okay, I need to be navigating this, and it's like be like really firm on
Right.
things. So it's like if I don't like something, I'm like, hey, no, this is not okay.
Yeah.
You know, it's like and no, like I cannot be really
Yeah.
soft. Otherwise, like
Fair enough.
she won't respect.
Because she
it.
just doesn't respect it. Yeah.
Yeah, because she cannot empathize with me.
Yeah. She doesn't give a fuck.
No, it's not like
Basically,
she
yeah.
doesn't. She doesn't have the ability.
Right.
And it's not like she doesn't want to. She's like
Yeah.
it's not just like she's
Yeah.
wired differently. And what I didn't like in her, she needed to drink to be physically intimate. So she's somebody like she's either insecurities or anything, or maybe it's a habit, because like she was Polish, she's Polish. So it's like the only way she would like have sex is like she would like get drunk first.
That's strange.
And it's
Yeah.
like, but the issue here was when she would get drunk, she would become a totally different person.
Oh.
Like, and then it's like, oh shoot. And it's not in a good way, unfortunately.
Mm.
That's the thing. So I remember like I was having sex with her, and we have spoken before, like we were having unprotected sex because like we had spoken before that okay, like each of us did the exams, right? And then I asked her, it's like, so she told me that she wanted me to come in her, and it's like
Ooh.
I asked her, it's like, are you on the pill? And she said yes, and she lied.
Damn.
You know.
That's pretty crazy.
That's
Yeah.
really like.
Yeah.
the thing is,
So
like-
yeah, you did stick your dick in crazy. You said no, not really.
No.
But yeah.
The thing is like, when she's sober, she's not that person.
Okay.
Like she wouldn't do this unethical thing. But
Yeah.
when she's drunk, she's like
Crazy.
not like
Yeah.
really messed up. And I was like, fortunately, I was too drunk, so I couldn't finish.
Ooh.
I was so drunk that I couldn't finish. So Yeah, I saved myself from
Yeah.
a bullet there.
Yeah, in the moment probably is so frustrating, but
No, like
it's
I was fine.
Oh yeah.
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 Okay, Tyler, tell us.
What was the craziest?
I don't know. I'll let you guys know when I break this whole virginity curse that I've.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Virginity, yes.
yeah.
I understand. What you're saying.
Yeah.
We can do it right afterwards. Like let us do a small
Why?
a small break, and we will come back for you after a small break, and then the Tyler is like, oh,
Just like, no, all the buttons are broken.
not sitting straight.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. That was really gonna go ham.
Just like curled up in the corner. Of
Well,
the
actually, just keep recording it, and we can cut it off and put it. One part goes on YouTube, and the other part goes on OnlyFans, and
Right.
it's fine.
Yeah. Now we're getting to the real intention of why I'm here. Let's
Right.
go.
Yeah. All dressed up for us.
The podcast shtick is finally over.
The casting couch.
Casting couch.
Casting
Apparently. Jeez. Suddenly this is feeling squishier. He's like, just wait till I flip a few switches.
But curiously, building on the last one, like this weekend, not this weekend, previous weekend, I went to dancing and I ended up dancing with my first girlfriend.
Oh,
Like
okay.
she was there, and she was my girlfriend from like 10 years ago, like 2000. I don't even know, like 2014, 2015.
So you have a good relationship?
No, not really. Like we just saw
Okay.
each other. She started dancing bachata as well,
Okay.
and she ended up like, oh, like let's dance. And I'm like, okay,
Cool.
yeah.
So, I mean, when you say it's not a really great relationship, you're still kind of friends a little bit.
No, she just we got reacquainted.
Okay. And is this the same gal that you were talking about
No,
before?
no.
Different. Okay.
No, so
you
this
just,
was
this
my
just happened.
first girlfriend. Yeah,
Okay.
this
So-
just happened. So we
But
were
it's civil, yeah. Like when it ended, it was amicable.
like, no. So we didn't remain friends.
Okay.
Right.
We didn't remain friends. Yeah.
But now you're dancing.
Yeah, but it wasn't bad. Like it wasn't like a bad breakup. Yeah, right?
The thing is, even a good breakup is a breakup.
True. Yeah.
Right, so it's
True.
like I don't think there's like, at least for me, I'm currently like I didn't have a lot of relationships, but so Raquel was the one that I tried to be friends with, and it didn't work out. So I'm actually
Yeah.
I had 3 serious relationships in my life, and I'm not friends with
Any of them.
any
Yeah.
of them.
I think that's pretty normal, to be honest. Yeah. I think a lot of times, like you try it, but it doesn't work out. Yeah. Just That's
Yeah.
just how it is. But you're gonna skip the question completely then? Is this
No,
the
I
crazy
will. I can,
crazy
I can
chick?
jump in.
The crazy chick?
You're referring to the one who broke my windows?
I don't even know about that. But
Oh,
yeah, go with
snap.
that. Go with that. Yeah.
Oh,
If this is the first thing.
Oh yeah, right.
I did tell you
Okay,
that this
yeah,
weekend,
yeah.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
tell
tell
me.
Oh no, I mean, I was with a young lady, and it, for some reason it didn't work out. I think she was kind of self-sabotaging her mindset
Okay.
because we kind of jumped into this kind of dating relationship quite quickly. And so she was insecure about us jumping into this relationship too quickly.
Okay. What
But
do you mean too quickly?
We were intimate on the first night we met each other, and that was something that she felt bad about
Okay.
in her own self-esteem. And then I was a gentleman, from the beginning. The night after we first hung out, the first thing I did was invite her to a dinner.
Nice.
Yeah. So I felt like I was being a nice person the whole time, but this idea that she was thinking that I was thinking less of her kept coming back. That kept being a problem.
An issue, yeah.
An issue, yeah. And I kept trying to reassure her that it wasn't the case and these things, but I also don't think we were really truly dating. We were always pretty, like, you know, if you're like dating somebody, usually at the beginning you're hanging out like almost every day and talking a lot. We were always kind of in and out, like every like few weeks we would hang out.
Every few weeks.
Yeah, like maybe once or twice a week sometimes, or like
So that's not
less,
every
yeah.
few weeks.
It could be once a week, or this is a little bit of time ago. I don't remember the exact
Okay.
time frame, but yeah, we were not. I would say we were not boyfriend and girlfriend.
Okay.
Which I've hung out with a few gals who I've been not boyfriend and girlfriend with, but we've been sort of seeing each other,
Mhm.
you know. And usually I've had really good relationships with even those sort of situations, you know.
Yeah.
And because I feel like the thing that I've always done is like communicate this, like.
That you are avoidant.
I'm a highly communicative avoidant. Yes, exactly.
But is it really being avoidant if you don't want to be in a relationship at that age?
No, it doesn't matter the
Yeah.
age. Like
Some people call it
but
avoidance.
That's not avoidant.
Some people call it committophobe.
exactly. So it's like it can be like a fear of commitment.
A fear of commitment.
No, but if you're young
Or-
and you
no.
just want to sleep around, like if you're young.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And
But
you're a
but that's
guy?
just
That's
you
good.
can call it just like
Yeah.
I'm not like for some reason, like for example, I'm not emotionally available, or I want to focus on my career or on my book, whatever the case is, and I don't have space for a relationship, but we can see each other casually.
Yes.
It's just a casual date, and it's fine. There's
Yes.
nothing wrong with that.
Well, that's where I've had the best times. Actually, was with folks, and I
I
would
want all the
communicate.
privileges and none of the responsibility. Perfect.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Isn't that what every year wants?
Is that what everybody wants?
Until like a certain age.
Until a
maybe.
certain age.
Yeah.
Or a certain compatibility with somebody, I sometimes wonder, because having a relationship is the most risky thing we do in life, kind of, to get married or something like that.
Yeah.
And I think, like, do I want to get married? I'm getting older by the day, as everybody is. Like, what do I think about it? Because it's a very risky thing, but it's very rewarding, and it seems weird to say I would never do that. And I don't think I've really hidden from that, but I have not had as many serious relationships or been close to that as, this is kind of the culture that we're in as a society, where, like, I don't know, our parents, maybe, but they just seem to kind of, like, really just get married quite quickly. Just, hit each other over the head and, like, go back to the cave and figure it out. So, like, I don't know. I mean, no, I know I'm overgeneralizing a lot, but I guess.
No. What I mean, it's like, it's not because of that. It's because, well, somebody gets pregnant and all of a sudden we need to, like, make the
Okay.
wedding happen really fast.
Okay, but why would they get pregnant so fast? Like,
Well, because, like, back in the day, there weren't as many available condoms, and it's like all of these, like, contraceptions and all of that stuff. It was not as
or they just
available.
didn't know to pull out. Is that possible? I don't know.
Maybe.
There wasn't much, like, sex education back then, I think.
I don't think pulling out is a really safe, like, technique.
Should we ask ChatGPT?
Yeah,
Yeah, somebody
go
told
for it.
me. Somebody told
Go
me
for
it's highly effective for birth control.
let's
they-
ask Gemini. Let's call him
Okay.
Gemini. Yeah,
Gemini.
yeah, because we are using Gemini, so, like, let's call him by his name. But yeah, like, ask him how effective pulling out technique is.
Okay. Dearest Gemini, how effective is pulling out when having sex? Whoa, a quick answer there. Whoa, it's known as coitus interruptus, officially.
Coitus
Coitus
interruptus.
interruptus. That's like a Harry Potter spell, yeah.
Coitus interruptus.
That's the name of my next novel. I do want to write, like, intimate novels, like, not just about one thing, but I think it'd be fun to write some kind of romance novel,
It's a good, yeah.
right? It's a common topic, but its effectiveness varies significantly depending upon how perfectly it's executed. So yeah, it's up to the person.
Yeah.
So if you do it perfectly, the failure rate is at about 4%.
Okay.
Typically, the typical use is it fails about 20 to 27%.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What the hell?
So we need to really figure out what is perfect use versus typical use. And thankfully, Gemini tells us.
Okay.
This means perfect use means the person assigned male at birth pulls out entirely and away from the partner's external genitals every time before any ejaculation occurs.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's how I understood it.
So in perfect conditions, like the success rate is 96%.
96%.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Typical use, which the success rate is anywhere between 80 to 73% successful.
From 73 to 80, yeah.
The typical use accounts for human error, such as pulling out too late, which that's not pulling out, or not at all, which is also not pulling out.
You're too excited now.
It does happen frequently in the heat of the moment, apparently.
The thing is, so roughly speaking, if the average person statistically, once every 5 times you will be impregnating her or potentially impregnating her.
Yeah, but then like every time you also have sex with somebody fully, they don't get pregnant from that. Usually, it's not a perfect.
Yeah.
You know.
So you just want to continue rolling the dice. That's what you're saying.
What they say is like typical use or imperfectly is just like not pulling out. Like they said, if you pull out too late, yeah.
No. But the thing is, the person is trying that technique, and it's like they just suck at it.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. And there's also now, I guess this doesn't account for what happened in the past, but now if you accidentally do that, I suppose you do have the morning after option, which is not healthy, I guess, for the lady, and it's not perfect. But if you are not good at pulling out, then you gotta use a condom or something.
Yeah, you better be using a condom.
Yeah. So.
So you do that a lot? Is that the technique that you use with your girls?
Well, yeah, that's a good go-to.
Wait, what?
Technique.
You do unprotected?
The pull-out. Well, when I was younger, I will say that I was rolling the dice way too much when it comes to wearing protection. And then at one point, I realized it only takes once to have a really bad error. Not even like pregnancy, but like STDs and stuff like this. What I mean. Yeah. And I was like, wait a minute. And then at one point, I just drew a hard line, and I was like, I don't mess around with that anymore.
Yeah.
So,
cool.
Yeah. Even there have been times where I've been quite intimate, but there's nothing around to. But those are actually quite cute times too, because I feel like we put too much emphasis on a society onto having sex until completion, to have an orgasm, because it's not really about that. It is something that we do to connect with another person, and I think that there are so many ways to connect with another person that if we're obsessed with sex and having sex until completion, then we're just kind of limiting our connection to other people.
I like what you're saying there. It's I've been going to some sex education workshop and presentations, and it's very interesting. Also tantra, and it's very interesting how they're some of them actually talk with their partners. There's oh, okay, what do you want to do? Do you what is the objective of sexual intercourse? Do you want to reach the orgasm or not? because it's not always the goal. That's the thing. And I think it's great because you can still have a lot of fun. I also had a lot of fun without reaching an orgasm, and still it's still well worth it.
This is with like tantra, sort of like a yoga practice or a cuddling practice, or
No, like
Cuddling, bro. What are you?
no. So
it exists, I think. Cuddling.
I'm not saying tantra practices. So tantra is not sex.
Is it yoga?
No.
Oh.
So tantra is just like it's also is sort of defined. You can actually search for it.
Yes, Gemini.
Yeah.
Do you know what tantra is?
Yeah. It's but better ask it. It's like a whole philosophy regarding breathing and sex is a huge component though. Yeah.
But search.
No?
Briefly, tell me, what is tantra? Tantra is a complex and ancient tradition originating in India primarily with Hinduism and Buddhism. While it is often associated with tantra sex in the West, it is actually a very small and often misunderstood sliver of the actual practice. At its core, tantra is a spiritual path focused on the weaving together of the physical and spiritual worlds.
Exactly. So like there's a lot of like physical touch and presence and massage. You massage each other a lot, and with olive oil and candles and incense, like all of that stuff. And it's like it's just a practice of connection and vulnerability and presence.
Okay. But you can sometimes blow your load.
So sometimes
On occasion.
So sometimes when
Asking for a friend.
Occasionally during this practice, people will sperm.
no,
Don't worry, just cover your eyes. You know, it's like I'm just I went to a breath workshop. That gym is really, it really surprised me how much sperm there is in this meetup. Man, fuck you, meetup.com. Put disclaimers on these things.
Bro, I actually shit you not. So I have a friend, and he was learning some like trance and hypnosis techniques.
Okay.
And some of those, he would actually during the Zoom call with a girl, he would, without like touching her, without her touching herself, she would just like lay down on the floor, and he would just guide her through like a meditation for 2 hours, and at the end he would make her orgasm.
Really?
Just by speaking to her.
Really?
Yeah. And my idea was like to do something what you just said. It's like imagine like.
Well, was she squeezing your thighs? Or? She was
not,
she was
just
doing
like
it.
laying down, and she was just sort of. He was guiding her. He was like through like trance and hypnosis, and it's like, and she would have an orgasm without like her touching herself or toys or anything. Just like, and he would be like 2,000 miles away, like on a Zoom call. And my idea for him would be like, oh, let's get like 100 people.
Right.
You with a microphone.
Yeah.
And it's like 100 people having like a synchronized orgasm.
Yeah.
You know, like you come to the gym.
What?
He's thinking. You're thinking
You can charge like
I
50, $60 for it per person.
Group masturbation.
No, nobody's touching
What is
themselves.
this shit?
You're
They're
such a
just-
cult leader, bro. That's such. If you accomplish that, you'll be our leader. We will definitely. I will pay for your cult. Like, I will get a membership for
Imagine
sure.
like a boom festival or like ecstatic dance, but in this particular case, it's like 100 people laying on the floor. Nobody's touching nobody. No cuddling, no nothing.
How do you synchronize it to be at the same time?
No, because the thing is, the idea is you guide the people, you get them aroused, you guide the people, and then eventually you set them to the point where they cannot like hold it anymore, and then it's like you can release it, and it's like, and it's like imagine like 100 people
Oh
Just
my
laying
God.
on the floor.
This podcasts get wilder every single week.
Everybody's just
Every-
screaming yes,
I
man.
would love to. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, what
It's
would be
crazy.
what is the? It's just the synchronicity of humans.
No, for them it's just like the experience of like, hey, I will have like
Yeah, but for
a
you,
full body orgasm.
what does this give you?
Money
Oh,
and doing good for the world.
okay.
You know, it's
Yeah.
putting more pleasure out there, allowing people the space to, like, isn't it something you would like to do with your friends?
I think about creating. Do you ever
Instead of
think-
going to the movies or like playing pool or bowling, it's like, hey, let's go to this thing and have an orgasm all together.
I have never had that idea. I will tell you that right now. That
Why not?
never. I'm not saying it's a bad idea.
You think small.
I do think small. You're right.
No, it's because before me, this option was not available.
That's why we're here. That's why we follow you, Leader Yev,
Oh my god.
Yeah.
for these ideas. No, but that's what I'm saying. Jordan Peter. You wake up, you make your bed.
And then you meditate for 2 hours.
Then you come together with your
And you
friends.
start dreaming.
Come in with the boys.
Yeah. Did you guys make your bed this morning? I did too. You ready?
Like I saw somewhere like there's a company that I think it was in Netherlands or something. They're like giving you like a masturbation break. They're actually like started like it's official. Like you can just go into the bathroom.
I
Like,
saw that
they
too
give like
on
half an hour or
Instagram.
something. Yeah,
But I don't think it's real. Like,
I don't think
it
it's
can't be
real.
real, yeah.
it's ridiculous.
It sounds like The Onion. You know that like
Yeah,
fake
yeah,
news.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I mean,
You can
how
actually.
awkward is it? Like, would you even like take that,
That's true.
redeem that break? Like, tell your colleagues, oh, I'm just going to the bathroom for a wank.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be back in, I don't know, however long it takes you. Like, it's crazy, right? Like, would you do that?
Let's ask him.
Gemini, can you find any evidence of any companies in the world who give you a wank break as far as like wanking? Well, it's certainly not a standard HR policy in most of the world.
You don't say. It needs to become one. It needs to become one. I'll give you a wank break.
There are
Half an hour.
actually a few high-profile examples of companies that have officially sanctioned masturbation breaks. Most of these policies are born out of the shift in workplace culture during the COVID-19 pandemic, with the goal of reducing stress and boosting productivity.
No way.
But this doesn't count. There's like one called Erica Lust Films that does that, but they're an adult film company.
right.
I mean, another one. These are all like.
I'm talking about like if a corporate software company does
Right.
it, or like stuff like that, like or a bank does it, like yeah, that's
No.
Stock market, guys.
Nobody.
No, but those are small coke.
you're talking about the Wolf of Wall Street joke.
Yeah.
Like you gotta pump those numbers up.
Gotta pump those numbers up.
These are rookie numbers.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So I think they say while few mainstream, it cannot find any mainstream corporate companies like banks or law firms which have done this.
Okay.
But there is one guy who famously suggested that masturbation breaks could eventually replace a traditional smoke break as a more effective way to ease tension and improve workplace morale.
Does it list his name? Is it Yev?
Mark
Bonichevsky?
Sargent.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Oh
yeah,
man.
so
What's that?
That actually would be like, if you are like some sort of, I don't know, like Andrew Tate or like not a famous person but wannabe famous person, and you'll have like this business, and it's like it's one simple way for you to literally like become like famous from night to day which is like imagine like you have a company, like a big company like Accenture or Tesla or anything, and all of a sudden, oh shoot, I want fame. I'm gonna implement this policy, and it's like you send an email to all of the employees that in every 8-hour shift that they can.
But dude, now all your employees think you're weird.
At least you get,
Right?
at least you get famous.
Like you lose respect of your employees. Like,
Maybe you'll get famous for the wrong reasons, but at least you get famous.
but the business goes down. Like now they don't respect you, and now like things become awkward. Like imagine like guys, I'm just gonna go to the closet to jerk off.
Like,
You know, like
and
who cleans that fucking room that everyone's jerking off in? Like,
you look in the bathroom.
right?
Damn.
I think it's a difficult one to pull off,
Yeah.
but let's keep
Can
dreaming,
you
dreaming big.
orgasm with like your colleague pissing in the other stall or taking a shit? You know what I mean? Like,
Well, if the bathroom.
think about the logistics, Yev. You're not thinking it through, bro.
The thing is, it's not like somebody's watching me do it, right? Like it's like if the bathroom, if it's not a big company.
but they're hearing you. They're hearing you do it.
No. The thing is like, if the bathroom is empty.
Depends how fast you're going, but
If the bathroom is empty and you're like, oh shit, like nobody's here. I'm really stressed. I need like a stress relief. That's it.
Yeah, but if it's an official break, you gotta redeem it. You
Yeah.
know, like guys, I'm going on this break.
15
You tell your boss
15 minutes.
that you'll be away. Yeah.
You don't have to tell. Oh, do you tell your boss that you have to go to the bathroom?
I mean, I haven't had those kind of. I mean, no, you don't. But if you gotta be there for a wank, I mean.
Especially
15
guys.
minutes,
Like
I
some
don't
guys
know.
last like 30 seconds.
I thought it was really strange how like this sort of wank culture or like ideas about it have developed in society. It's always been strange to me.
What do you mean?
What is wank culture? What do you mean?
This wank culture.
Like just the way that people think about it or the way that people do it, or like some people are like,
How
yeah,
many
like,
people have you observed, dude?
no, the way people talk about it, like
It's
Oh,
a taboo.
okay.
it's a taboo
Like fat,
or
forever a long party. You remember the meme of a guy with a huge face?
Oh yeah.
Fap?
I don't remember that guy.
It's a meme. Search for it. You can see-
FAP?
Yeah. Fap. Forever a long party.
Okay. Is that why they call it no fap?
Yeah, exactly. No Fap November. No nut November.
I never knew where they got. I thought that guy was just like a regular meme. I didn't know
No, exactly.
that's the guy.
Yeah.
But does he come
Oh, I
from?
didn't even know.
No, it's another dude. Show me.
So he was like like this.
Oh, yeah,
I've
yeah,
seen
exactly.
that guy.
Yeah.
But like, is it always?
Oh, so he's jerking off. That's the meme. I didn't even know.
Yeah. It's the meme. Like forever. Fap means forever a long party.
Is that the same guy?
Oh, and he's alone because he's
No,
jerking
that's
off.
not.
Different guy.
Yeah,
You know that guy.
That's
though.
a different meme.
Oh yeah. This is like really old
So this
school.
is
like,
why you. Yeah, this is like
nine
really
gag
first.
stuff. Yeah,
exactly.
Okay.
Really like 4chan and 9gag.
Yeah.
I used to see all my news on 9gag through the memes, like, oh, like this country invaded this country, and it's
fair enough.
like politics and stuff, and I was like, oh, like this happened. Oh, okay, because I didn't watch the news. I didn't wanted to watch the news.
Fair enough. But tell us about wank culture.
Yeah, tell us about the wank culture. Why is this a taboo thing?
I just think it's interesting, you know. I remember, like,
I wonder what the title of today's podcast is going to be. But keep going.
or if it will be released. Like, maybe like, my career. No. But I don't know. Yeah, I mean, you know, back in the day, I was, I think, saving myself for marriage, you know, when I was growing up. And then guys would be like, how much do you have, or how much do you masturbate then? You know, like, you must masturbate like all day, like 3 or 4 times, like, oh my god, like, you know, if I wasn't having sex, I'd be just masturbating all day. And I was like, I don't really think about it that much. Like, that's really strange. Like, there's a lot of stuff to do in life that, like,
To masturbate.
I don't really think about the fact that I am like a virgin and like not masturbating every day or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Like I was just kind of like living
what else
life.
is out there?
yeah. Somehow, I did other things. I actually, I was playing basketball and baseball. I was playing sports, you know, staying healthy.
Oh, I love baseball.
Yeah.
Actually, want to go keep talking about.
Oh, I mean, that's pretty much it.
So, were you raised in a conservative household? Would you say, or very Christian?
I think that the surrounding community of where I grew up was very religious.
Okay.
My household was not as it would not be the same as other stories that I've heard about some folks' parents who are very if you were the son of a pastor or something that, or it wasn't like that, but just in general the society where I grew up in was pretty religious, and I think that also what I'm seeing now is the whole world kind of has a long history of being quite religious, and that's just interesting to me, and I see that a lot of people are kind of taking things that are not really religious on the surface and then assigning the religious culture to those things, and then still pretending like they're not coming from their religious background, which they are, even to me, I think some of the spiritual communities, even honestly the NoFap thing is sometimes religiousized. It's become sort of this, this religious ethic to where there's something important to do, and if I don't do it, then I'm missing the mark, and if I do it, then I am doing good, but I have to keep doing it, and if I fall off, then that's bad, and I want to be good. So it's just kind of still just this this moralization, because it's not really moral, it's a moral that we make up in our head. It's
it's a peer pressure.
It's a bit of a peer pressure, yeah. So
wait, what?
A peer pressure, or a made up a social ethic
to follow NoFap.
NoFap is one example where it could become overly.
How is it peer pressure? Because nobody, is pressuring you.
If you are part of religious communities, traditional conservative, it's gonna be no, you have to stay pure till marriage.
Yeah, that is a form of peer pressure.
So,
but how is NoFap a form of peer pressure?
I mean, NoFap
but that is the NoFap.
No, but there's also non-religious NoFap.
I don't know if you have a lot of... So you have a No Nut November, but that's a movement. It's
No, but there's a lot of people now who are
you say you don't watch porn.
Save Your Seed and
you're and you're not religious.
I'm not religious, no.
So there you go.
No, but it doesn't mean that I don't masturbate.
Yeah, but that can be a variation of it. It doesn't have to be
I don't consume porn, but
there you go. But there's no peer pressure in that, right? That's what I mean.
No, but because it came from my own initiative, right? Because I arrived to the place, I had 2 romantic relationships.
Exactly, yeah.
Where it it had a big negative influence on my sex life.
Yeah.
So while being a porn addict, and it's you arrive to a place where you're I'm so fed up with this shit. It's I'm done with my own bullshit, and I'm that's been one of the biggest addictions in my life, and I'm no, I'm done with this shit, and it's
but that's what I mean. People leave it without there's no peer pressure. So what?
I think it's either you internalize a ethic yourself, and you kind of either beat yourself up for sticking to that idea or not, or you often have say an online community of people where you have accountability and all these things, and I'm saying that some of them become kind of puritanical over time, as we just think about things in a way that I don't know, we think that we're not being puritanical or something, but we are. Like, it could even be like, honestly, the idea of being addicted to our phones. That's something where everybody is. That's definitely like a social ethic. And even like, let's say, the scientific merit. Maybe there's scientific merit, but that's something that is non-religious on the surface, but it's becoming religious. That people feel like, oh, if I'm looking at my phone too much, then I'm breaking the social ethic, and I'm bad in some way. I'm bad for doing this, and I'm good if I don't do that. So we just do not have a good structure as a society to like balance things, to find balance in everything. We're always like, this is bad and this is good, and if I don't do it, then I'm good, and if I do it, then I'm bad. So either you take that internally and you start to like judge yourself for it, or you create a culture around this bad or good thing, and you just kind of judge everybody, whether yourself or others.
I know what you mean. Actually, like I want to build on that, where I don't like. In my case, in my life, I don't really see things as good or bad. For example, I can spend like 12 hours on my phone. That's fine, as long as I did it intentionally. Right. Like, so for example, I'm using one of those apps like Minimalistic Phone. Every time I open like Instagram or YouTube or like whatever the app is, like a small tab comes out and it's like, how much time are you planning to spend on this app? And I put like 5 minutes or 15 minutes. And that's it. And because it, to me personally, doesn't matter how much time I spend on each platform, LinkedIn, this, as long as I'm being intentional and I'm not like just doom scrolling.
Okay, yeah.
Right? Yeah. So it's fine. And I actually do it like in all the aspects of my life. It's like exercise and meditation, and it's like the friends that I hang out with. Like I chose, like this is why I don't have a TV. I don't want to have a TV. Because like I don't want to like mainstream society come to me and say like, oh, you should be doing this, you should be doing this, and you should, more than this actually, this is what you should be thinking. This is what, because like mainstream media, television and news and music as well, this is why, connecting to what you were saying, like the lyrics of the mainstream songs, a lot of them, it's like, oh, boobs and butts and cocaine and bling bling and all of that, and it's sort of, they are dictating through all of that, they are dictating how we should live and what should we be consuming and how should we think. And I was like, no, I'm going to turn all of this off and I'm going to just stay in silence and try to figure out what do I want.
Yeah.
And then I just choose, and that's it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're all trying to figure out what our role is in the current situation of the world. Like, that's why I'm sort of saying what I'm saying, is so that we are all free to figure out what our best role is, Yeah. I like kind of social media to some degree, actually.
Yeah.
That's something that maybe I think that this like anti-phone or anti-technology culture is sort of taking away, Like, I really enjoy social media to the aspect that everybody can be the creator, everybody can be the TV show, and these people are so creative. The shorts that people make and the skits and everything, like, I mean, we're constantly sending each other these hilarious social media things, and that is though also a part of doom scrolling, which I also don't want to do too much doom scrolling. It can just take up way too much time, and we want to get into a good rhythm like you've been in lately, so that's really like badass. And I think at one point my sort of negotiation with the digital life and digital world was like, I don't want to doom scroll, but like I'm going to be intentional in the sense that I want to be productive with my digital uses. So I'm going to have like I'm going to set digital businesses, I'm going to be working on logos, I'm going to be like making like outlines, like little papers about the companies and things like that. And so I'm going to work when I'm on my phone. Now, I'm not perfect, so a part of that is me falling into Instagram or all the socials, whatever. And I just think that that's like a sort of sunk cost. It's something that I know is going to happen, and I just don't want to do it too much. So I'm an adult and I can make a decision like, oh, dude, you've been scrolling a bit much. Like, let's take a break for a second. And so we just balance it.
Yeah.
Like, we're just finding balance in this situation. And I think it's really important that, people find their balance. That's good, that they're on the path for that.
Yeah.
And that we don't judge other people for finding their own balance,
Yeah.
Because I feel like if I'm walking down the street and I'm looking at my phone, I feel like sometimes people are looking at me like, oh, he's just like this sort of younger guy staring at his phone and not engaging with the world. And it's like, I am on my phone, but there's nothing wrong with being on your phone.
Yeah,
It's your choice, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like my friend Stefan, you met him, like he came from Germany. Like for like the longest time, I always felt like, dude, like what are you doing with your life? Like you're at the same job, like try to, do something more. You complain about like Munich. Why don't you move to Berlin, move to Portugal? And at some point I just realized, people just want different things in life,
Right.
If he just wants like a safe job, Munich, his parents are there, and that's it for him. Like that's fine. Like just because there's no like there doesn't have to be this like urge to just keep wanting more and more and more. Like I have a little bit of that, but you don't have to have it, and you don't have to shame somebody who doesn't have that.
Yeah.
It's just
some people
it's
are
his choice.
ambitious, some people are not, and that's fine.
Yeah, and he's doing fine. Like he earns enough to pay the bills and everything, and he's good. Like he's happy with it. So who am I to judge him?
Yeah. Like more often than not, I think what happens there, it's like we tend to project what we want on the other person, and then we judge them because like, oh, my metric for my life is this, and you like, what the hell are you doing? Because you are not fitting my metric, and we are forgetting that it's my metric.
Right.
These are my objectives. This is what I want. The other person has their own metric, has their own rule, and it's fine.
Yeah. So I think when we get a little bit of more experience under our belt, we become more like general. Like I took one thing a few years ago that has really stuck with me well, which is like I want to swim in the environment that I want to be in. In the same sense of like I want to just go in the general direction of, working in like digital and entrepreneurial activities, and I have some ideas and I want to go towards that direction. So, as long as kind of you're heading in this position, as long as you're doing okay and you don't need anything or everything's going generally well, that's great. What's difficult sometimes is when people actually aren't doing great though, but then they also don't want to change or take your suggestion,
Because change is challenging, and people are afraid because it's unknown.
Oh, right. Okay. Right. They're afraid of changing.
No, they are afraid of failure. More often than not, it's actually two things. Afraid to fail. Because like what will other people say if I fail, right?
Yeah.
So, and also actually more than that, and this is why procrastination happens a lot. People are afraid to succeed. Imagine like you are building something and then people tend to have difficulty starting because like, oh, what if it goes well? Then I don't know what to do. But the thing is, for example, Angad today.
Why would that be? I don't get it. Like, why would you be afraid of failure, of success?
Success. Imagine you want to build like a platform for something, right? Like, and you are struggling to start because, like, imagine you will succeed in 5 years, but in 5 years you're gonna be a different person. But the thing is, what more often than not happens, like in our insecurities, is, and anxious people especially feel this, is that we're like, oh, like, what if I'm successful? What if I launch this and we will get like 1 million users? What then? Like, because they are projecting themselves as they are right now to 5 years from now, and they're like, I will not know what to do.
And then you'll fail.
And then it's exactly, and then I'm like, oh, like all of this responsibility, because the person that they are today, they are not able to hold this responsibility. But what we forget is like,
Yeah.
while becoming successful, while building something, you will become somebody else. You will become the next version of yourself, and that next version of yourself will know what to do. That person will have their shit together. They will be like confident because like they have achieved there. Sometimes it actually doesn't work out that well, especially when people who win the lottery.
Right.
So if you just win the lottery, like you win like 100 million, and all of a sudden it's just like overwhelming, and then your life goes haywire, and you ended up losing. And more often than not, you end up worse than when you actually started.
Right.
Because now you're like an addict, you borrowed a bunch of money, you gave money like away to your family and friends, and now all of them hate you because like they became interested in your money, and now that you don't have any more money to give them, they're just like
gone.
Yeah, all of them are gone. So like more often than not, people like even like athletes. I think like 60% of NFL athletes like they become broke a couple of years afterwards because like they're not. They have the. If you give a lot of money to somebody who's not financially literate, they will more often than not they will mess it up and lose it. So like I shit you not, like my brother and my stepdad, they play the lottery, and I pray every day so they don't win.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because like it will mess them up. It will mess them up because they don't have the maturity
to handle it.
To handle it. They will be like their life is gonna be like amazing for 5-6 years, but after that the crash is gonna be so big you might like just kill yourself. You know?
Yeah, and I think there's also a lot of, well, thankfully, at least for the NFL and other organizations, they have more planning they have more guardrails to help people now, like NBA and stuff like that. It's a lot of like basketball players in the 90s kind of, or sports players sort of had these issues enough to where they were like, hold on, let me kind of help my employees to manage this situation a little bit more. I'm sure they, of course, always still have difficulties, because we all do, and it's a very interesting thing, you know, the whole idea of like making money will not make you happy. If anything, sometimes it can make you even worse off, you know. It's an interesting...
Yeah, like if you're rich and famous, like how do you, for example, like make friends?
Yeah, right.
Right, it's like I was actually thinking about like how a business model for this, but then I was like, but I'm gonna be charging the rich people. It doesn't make sense.
Right.
Because I was thinking about, okay, if you're rich or famous or both, like I was trying to think about like, because a lot of these people, they tend to be lonely. Because all of their close friends, they want them for their money and for their fame. They don't want actually that person for that person. So, and then like most of the people, they don't really give a shit about you, but they give a shit about like what you can bring to the table, about like this facade they see, and it's like, how do you fix that?
Right.
Because you sort of become God, like people like adore you.
Right.
And all of these things, but then like how can you be friends with somebody unless you are friends with another god-like characters?
Right.
Where you go somewhere where no one knows you, and
like what do you feel like Cristiano Ronaldo,
right?
Which is like he's this.
Oh yeah, but there's very few people like that. Like let's say you're like 100 millionaire or something, or you got 10 million or something, you know. Yeah. Or you're rich and maybe you're somewhat famous, but you know, you make content in Portuguese, so if you go to France, nobody knows you, for example.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
unless
it's
you
a tough
bump into
thing.
Portuguese immigrants.
Yeah, right, yeah. Which there's a lot.
Which is a lot in France.
Okay, so France is not a good... okay, you go to China.
No, but yeah, exactly. You go to China or Africa, but then you have to move to live in another country or something.
Tough. But you know, I wanted to say something about, you know what you said, I really liked it, the change. But there's also like this spot where you're, where I've faced it before as well, like where you are not content with where you're at,
Yeah.
but you're not uncomfortable. So you're still comfortable.
Right.
Like things are not that bad, things are not that good.
Right.
So it doesn't force you to change. Whereas it's sometimes better for you to just hit the rock bottom
Yes.
and then just start to change things. You know, like
Yeah, it's not painful enough for you to take action.
exactly. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
So there's a lot of inertia. You know. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
if you're already comfy, why change it? Like.
Yeah.
Mm. More often than not, like I've been. I have hosted quite a few sessions, and some of them were like about addictions.
Yeah.
And like alcoholics or other drug addicts, like they've also speak about this. Like you cannot help them until they seek help.
Right.
So this is what actually happens, what you just explained. Until a person actually, like more often than not, what happens is like somebody is an addict, let's say whatever the case is, and people around him like they're trying to help this person and all of this, so that person wouldn't hit rock bottom.
Right.
But then this person doesn't want help, right? Like so, like you sort of just helping them, and then when you stop helping them, like after a few months, that person hits rock bottom, and as soon as they hit rock bottom, all of a sudden they're like, oh shit, I'm seeking help.
Yeah.
So that is actually the only way, unfortunately, where it can work. Us helping, like in that methodology, and I've spoken with quite a few people, what happens there is like, we're not helping people who don't want help. They need to come to us. They need to ask for help. Like they need to ask for help, because when they ask for help, it's like this is where, oh, okay, like I'm really struggling, like I want out of this situation, please help me.
Yeah.
Because otherwise they are like in this situation, it's like it's painful, but it's not painful enough.
Right.
And they just like stay there, and if you try to help them, they're gonna be, oh no, I'm fine.
Yeah.
You know, like so it's sort of like it just, you end up wasting your energy, you end up wasting your resources, or whatever the case is. So unfortunately, the unfortunate solution for that is allowing people to hit a rock bottom.
Yeah.
So then they're like, oh shit, this is really messed up, like I need to get out of here, right? Like, but until it actually bits you in the ass, more often than not we don't start moving.
This is the thing I would like to discuss in a similar direction with like not like drug or alcohol addict people, but like everyday people. I feel like there's some analogies there too, where for me in just regularly living life, you know, and starting a company and things like this, you know, I have like some intelligence. I think we have some intelligence.
Oh, you didn't say.
Yeah. Just general.
Can you ask Gemini about that? I actually tend to disagree.
Yeah.
No, I agree. Let's move on. Yeah. You're intelligent. You're intelligent. Yeah.
I'm an idiot.
You know what's the
in nice clothing.
You know what's the definition of an idiot is?
What?
Somebody who has a lot of ideas.
Really? No way.
Yes.
That's the origin of the word. Oh, that's
Idiotic.
crazy.
A lot of ideas.
Wow. Okay.
So why did it become a bad thing eventually?
I don't know.
Maybe
When-
someone
when
had a
did-
lot
when
of
did
stupid ideas. Yeah.
Right.
Or maybe having a lot of ideas, too many ideas is a bad thing, because then you're like,
You can't do follow through.
yeah, you cannot focus.
Right.
Just too much.
Yeah. Which is a thing, you know, that's a difficult challenge, you know, back to kind of my situation. I've also been like a really idea-driven person. I thrive on ideas.
But why do you consider yourself, why do you judge yourself to be an idiot?
No, I was joking.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it's like, maybe he's for real.
Yeah.
It's like the most successful people that I know, like, well, I think because my point is that you actually do need to consider that you might be dumb or wrong. Humble.
Yeah.
Right.
And one thing, like the thing I was wanting to say about like everybody that I've seen, like even from myself to other people, let's say like average people that have like some ambitions, maybe they're in like on God's friend's position where there's some pain points that they would like to try to fix, but they're also very comfortable because they have figured out some degree of normalcy in life. So this normalcy kind of keeps you stuck. And most people, though, do have kind of like ambitions or dreams or like nice things. They want to make their life better. They want to make the world better, actually. Most people do. Yeah. And then we kind of sometimes have the curse of being smart in this position to where, when you're younger, you're kind of like a little bit punk rock. You're like, I'm a smart guy, like, look at all these people, they're just out there eating McDonald's and, like, watching TV, fuck them, like, and that's, like, I'm not, like, disagreeing with that person who's in that position, but at one point, I learned the value of, like, actually listening to people around me, and that's something to where there's an art of it that I would like to discuss. I mean, it's a skill to learn how to listen to your friends,
My question is, how do you choose the people to whom to listen and
Right.
to whom not to?
Right. I think you want to have your ideas and like know yourself to a degree and like know what your goals are and basically, the idea is just to take one step back when you know that somebody has your best intentions at heart. So,
I like that.
yeah. And you just like step back for a second to consider. It's almost just like a rhythm thing. Like when you're very, very self-sufficient, you're very much in this forward momentum. Like you're going here, you're managing, you're going left, right, this, that. And so you get in this mode, and that's great. But, you can kind of tell when you're in an environment where somebody has a position where they've started a business or they maybe have a lot of money or maybe they work in a school or something like that. It's like, most people who are, successful, like they are strategic about when they give you a piece of advice because they know that you are a person who has a lot going on, as they have a lot going on.
Yeah.
So, like, for me, I've been in a lot of positions with, like, startups, and realizing that they have a whole thing going on. This is their baby. Their company is their baby. Like, and most people's lives are their baby. So there's an analogy there, whether it's a company, a life, a person. There's a lot of complexities. And so, like, me, as somebody who's trying to give advice to somebody else, like, I cannot just come in and be the dictator and give a bunch of advice. I have to sit back and choose where I give that piece of advice. The problem that I've seen is that most people are not, like, stepping back to realize how much I've waited to give this strategic piece of advice because they are too much in go forward mode. But it's not a problem. I it's fine. Like people are successful and doing great things all the time. But if I could sprinkle in a little bit of something, it's just let's learn how to listen to our friends sometimes, or people who have like a good head on their shoulders.
But this is what I want to distinguish. It's like one thing is to listen to a mentor who's a successful entrepreneur or something like that. Another thing is to listen to your friends or your family who are not building anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? So that's the thing. It's like, this is where I wanted to go with my question. And
Right.
It's like, I would say, like, don't listen to your family. Don't listen to your friends. If they are not building also, if they are not doing the projects and everything, it's like, just don't. If somebody just has a comfortable 9-to-5 job and he's giving you advice on how to build your project, whatever it is, that's probably not going to be a great advice.
Credentials. So you mean credentials are important, but I think intent is also like intentions. Like I think if they have like because like people like like your close friends or your mom or like your girlfriend or whatever, they can give you advice that a mentor sometimes cannot give you because they know you so well. They're like, oh, last time you trusted somebody like this. And they fucked you over.
Yeah.
Maybe you're trusting this person too easily, this business partner or whatever. But maybe if it's something deeply like work related, they don't have the credentials for it. But I think it's decent to give them a chance, give them the space, and hear it out. I hate it when my mom tells me shit. Like, but a lot of times she's right.
Okay.
Yeah. So I just feel like it's.
But why does she give you shit?
No, I mean I don't mean in a negative way.
No, I know.
A lot of times she tells me something, and my instant reaction is like, "Shut up, mom!" Like shut up, mom. I know what I'm doing. Just hang up.
What is wrong with us, dude? We're like, why are we like so? Why is there like tension with mom?
No, I
love my mom, but I'm like,
no, what?
Why didn't you just?
I think it's the woman thing. Like, how dare a woman give me advice?
What is it? We're sick, dude. Men are sick.
Yeah.
Men are bad.
I think maybe.
Men are so bad.
No, the thing is, I actually think like with my mom. So like my brother was like struggling with overweight and all of this stuff.
Okay.
And my mom was always like nagging him, "Oh, do this, go to the gym, this, that." And I was eventually like arrived to the conclusion, which is like, "Mom, like stop. Stop nagging, stop pushing him." Because what happens is when you're an adult already and your mom is telling you, "Oh, do this, you're like, you want to feel like you are in control of your life.
Right.
So even though she's giving you good advice, because it's coming from her, you will try to do something different, so you feel like you are in control. Yeah. So like the best thing for parents in that situation is actually don't give advice at all. Let your adult kids figure it out. And it's like, give advice when they ask for it.
Yeah.
Help them when they ask for help.
Right.
It's like of course I don't have adult kids, so take this with a grain of sand. But like has been my experience in like with my brother, where it's like, and when my mom actually stopped, this is where my brother is like, "Oh, I am gonna do this," and he took initiative on his own. That's the thing. It's like as adults, we need to like. You can go and do it for your mom, but it's not gonna be you. You're not gonna be doing it for you if you will do it. But if our parents stop nagging, stop pushing us to do this, stop trying to control us, like eventually we will understand and figure out, and more often than not, we will do the right thing for us because of us, and we will feel in control, and that's gonna feel great because you will feel empowered. Meaning, I've done it for myself. It's great.
Nice. Yes. I think that's key, like to find the power in yourself. I think that's the way you insulate yourself from being overwhelmed with too much outside input.
Yeah.
So like basically not to get drowned in what other people are saying, because then if you're listening to other people, it's just either confusing. Either I'm always listening to somebody because I think they're an expert and I'm not, usually, or I'm like getting inundated with people who are maybe have the best intention for me, but since it's not coming from me, it doesn't really make me go. It just makes me sort of okay, like I will figure it out tomorrow because I don't have my own mind clear yet with where I actually even want to go.
Exactly.
Like where do I want to go? I think that's why I like the just go in the direction, I think it does start with sort of somehow like connecting to yourself and like the rhythm of your what you are finding is your best rhythm, and to like maybe continue with that. Maybe if you're out of rhythm, think about a time where you've been in rhythm in the past, like or maybe you have like a new rhythm and it's working and it's all like fun and exciting, and like that's great too. Like I think there's
finding yourself. I like this idea.
Yeah.
And make sure like it comes from you, from the inside.
Yeah. I saw a short that a guy said when a bird lands on a tree, like a tree limb, branch.
Jinx.
We're teaching the American how to speak English. How weird is that?
Limb was also correct.
No, it's a limb. It's
body part, dude.
part.
No, we call trees limbs. Trees have limbs also.
Oh, really?
I mean, in English,
Oh, we believe you. I just never heard it.
I never heard it.
Yeah.
Is it
A tree limb.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Branch.
Branch.
Okay. But
Sentence.
anyway.
But thank you. I was trying to think of the word branch. Actually, it's better.
Okay.
Yeah. So when a bird lands on a tree branch, the bird trusts its own wings, not the tree branch, because the tree branch could easily break,
Right.
and then the bird has to fly.
Yeah.
And when I saw that, actually, I was like,
It's interesting.
yeah. I was like, actually, I don't trust my wings.
Mm.
Yeah.
How come?
It's like, because I've tried shit and failed before. Yeah? Like,
But you got up, right? So that's fine.
yeah. And I mean, you know. But, no, like,
I mean, dude. Oh yeah. I mean, I'm sure it seems obvious in hindsight, but obviously everybody fails, right? That's just part of the game. That's just part of life, right?
yeah.
The thing is, why I don't understand, because like I've also failed a lot,
Okay.
but the thing is, I don't have that,
That's good. Some people don't have that,
because like, in my particular case, for example, like giving you an example of it's different. Okay, so entrepreneurship wise, I haven't succeeded yet, but it's like I'm trusting that tomorrow I'll do better than I'm doing today, and that's it.
right.
That I'm gonna be like learning. So I'm in
Right.
this like, okay, learning like in entrepreneurship, like I only know the next step as I'm going. So I cannot like give you like a 1 year or a 5 year strategy plan, because like I only figure out the next step as I'm going forward,
Right.
and that's it. So, but for example, in like I was struggling with social anxiety a lot, like when I was a kid, and it's like at this point I'm like, yeah, I don't give a shit. It's like
Okay.
when, for example, I'm hosting events,
Mm.
it's like I don't have that fear, because like I know, I trust myself that I have developed the skills, improv skills as well, because doing a lot of improv theater, that no matter what comes up, I'm gonna be able to deal with the situation. Like I know there's still like fear, like something will happen. Like in the last 7 years, like actually there was one conference that a guy was challenging me, but like I actually dealt with him quite well. Like people congratulate me on that, and I was like, okay, great. So it's like sometimes it happens,
Yeah.
and it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a long
But-
journey, I think.
Why don't you trust your wings?
I think I do. Just in that moment, I was like, oh, like, you know,
Yeah.
if you really like face what it means to fail, like, you know, I can think of really bad situations if I let my mind run about like, what does it truly mean to fail? Like, if it's, you know, in a worst case scenario. Like,
Well, let's be practical.
Yeah.
Imagine the project that you're building right now, right? Like
Right.
you raise some money,
Okay.
right? Imagine, so what's gonna happen if it's like, if you try
Yeah.
and then like it fully freaking crashes and you're like, okay, I will have to like go for insolvency or
Right.
declare bankruptcy.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's gonna happen when you're gonna do that? What's
Right.
the worst case scenario for that?
Okay. The worst case scenario is like, I start this business or this whatever, right? It fails for whatever reason, and the community of you know, the traction that we gained actually turns against me, because that like little bit of fame about this project means that I'm famous for failing.
Okay.
Right? So
People hate you now.
right. So they hate me, and you know, maybe at the same time as this project failing.
How big is the community?
Well, the biggest. It's the whole world. Yeah.
The whole world is not gonna hate you from one day.
No, but it's everybody in this industry. It's everybody.
No, it's just your clients. That's what I mean.
No.
These are
like
the ones that
it's
gonna-
like we get as big as Facebook, let's say, which is possible.
Okay, and then you flop.
And
so
then we
it's
flop.
It's a billion people,
It's a billion people,
and you flop.
and we flop.
And a billion people hate you.
And yes, and so that like restricts my ability to either get hired or work in this industry again. And
how about the comeback? Everybody loves a good comeback.
well, no, because at the same time, the economy has taken a really bad turn as well. So it's also really hard to, there may be some kind of economic crisis.
So what are you gonna do, man? I just hear like a lot of bitching.
Exactly.
You just want to complain. And
Yeah, you guys told me to tell you the worst case scenario.
Yeah,
so like, I'm not saying that I.
So your company goes bankrupt.
Yeah.
everyone hates you.
Everyone hates
A
me.
billion people hates you.
Right.
But you cannot get a job. But do you have money aside?
Somehow I feel like this is leading to me having to give blowjobs for money. Is that?
No.
You guys are.
No, what we mean is
This
you
is
can
really
come back
wishful
from it.
thinking on your guys' part. Like.
No. Like, maybe that would be the solution.
No, I think it's I mean,
but the
right.
thing is like,
So the solution.
okay, like where you will end up after all this? Will you still have money in your bank account, investments, or whatever the case is?
Not in the worst case scenario. I mean, you asked
No,
me
no,
to think
Not
of
the
worst case scenario.
It's like the worst case scenario for the business, not for yourself. The business flops. Because the thing is, you have to file for bankruptcy, but filing a business for bankruptcy or insolvency doesn't mean that you are broke.
Right, and it's like if you get as big
You
as
just-
Mark Zuckerberg, then you probably personally have some way of setting some funds aside.
Exactly, you've already like invested, or you've put some money in the Caymans or Swiss bank or something like that,
Right.
and it's like you're
Yes.
set. So even if it crashes, you're still gonna live pretty well.
Right, and that's why I like this exercise because you can find. I think it's important to deal with the worst case scenario in the sense like if you just say like, okay, like I'm not afraid of failing and therefore I'm going to go forward. It's like to me that means you haven't really faced failure that much and you haven't really thought about what could actually go wrong. Like, I think it is important to think about like, okay, what is the worst case scenario? Because it lets you avoid it and also says like, okay, we're also far away from that situation right now, and like I will be very efficacious in avoiding the worst case scenarios. And while I'm avoiding those situations, I'll also be building really cool things too. And there will be. While you do have the possibility of failing, I think that's why it's also important to like be like truthful and not lie and to like do your best and to treat everybody as well as possible as well, because you can fail but people will actually, I think, not totally bury you unless you were like a total scammer that's like whoever these guys are that just
Like a hack 12-year-old.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, I really think it is valuable to,
failure
be
is
honest.
failure is tolerated, is accepted. But like scamming somebody or ill intentions, that's when people hate you. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you start something, you fail. Like most startups fail.
Right.
It's okay. Like
Right.
Yeah.
maybe the investors hate you, but that's about
Right.
it.
Or even your own self. Like, I do think it is important to be really allergic to failure. I mean, I think most founders are way too like success oriented in some way. You know what I mean? Well, they're just egomaniacal often. It's like they're just gonna run the world. They're gonna win, and like
I sort of
be a dictator.
disagree with that, because I actually feel like a lot of people, at least in Lisbon, because this is a different startup ecosystem.
Right.
A lot of people in Lisbon, they actually tend to be like very passionate about the product.
Cool.
And really failing miserably on the business and money and marketing and sales side of things, because like, oh, my heart is so big, like this is gonna be such a huge thing.
Yeah.
And then it's like, how about sales? Oh, I don't know how to do sales. Like, I don't have, like, they are so passionate of building the website, but it's like everything else is like.
There's just not enough money in Lisbon startup scene, dude. Like it's just
But
the risk, like, you know, like you get the scammers that come out like from Abu Dhabi or Silicon Valley. You know, like they come out of there, like the Aptos guy. You know, Aptos is this famous blockchain.
Okay.
They come out because these people can raise billions, and then when you raise billions, you can just kind of go away. But if in Portugal you can only raise 500,000,
Yeah.
what are you gonna do? You still have to hire people, because you still, even to scam, you have to pretend like you're doing something. You can't just, so you know, so you have to hire a few people. You know,
Yeah,
but
you have
so
to,
500
you have
is
to rent
not
out
that much.
an office. Yeah, it's not worth it.
Yeah, it's
that
just Europe, like, just the numbers are just smaller, man. Like maybe Berlin is the best one, but it's still like, you know.
Yeah. But I want to build on what you said. Like, for example, I have my second dad and another friend of mine, Michael. And it's like both of them, like, they told me it's like they, like, their first business like flapped ridiculously,
Okay.
but their second business just like huge success
Okay.
because of the learnings of the first. So they wouldn't be successful as they are today if they didn't went through like the first failure, the first like bankruptcy, or like the first like major flop. And it's like I just sort of fully believe that. Like in my mind, it's sort of like I have worked on like several projects, 4 or 5 so far, and it's like all of them failed.
Yeah.
So like my success rate is like is pretty much 0 so far.
Which is normal.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I have also learned so much, and right now I'm like, okay, maybe I haven't found a formula that works, but I found like 10 formulas that doesn't.
Yeah.
You know, and the more I move forward, each next project is actually doing better than any of the previous ones.
Yeah.
Which is sort of the idea. It's like sort of like having this like learning mentality. Okay, I fucked up. Now I know, like, okay, this is not working. I need to iterate. I need to shift, and I need to like learn what I did, and it's like keep doing, keep trying. So I think persistency is something that for startup entrepreneurs, entrepreneurs in general, something that like works well. Persistency not on the project, not on the idea, but actually like, okay, like this is. Like, I want to build something, and I will eventually do it, even if it takes me maybe 20 years.
I love that about you, man. And also my girlfriend, she has that too. Like, you're a doer, not a like a thinker. Like, a lot of people, you know, spend too much time researching, analyzing. Sometimes you just gotta, you know, do it. Like, things work out, sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
That's it. Then you move on.
Yeah, and
That's
I actually speak against me. So like, as you said, like, I'm a doer. I did, for example, with my project Meaningful Conversations, I hosted so far like maybe 70 or 80 of those, and it's like the money that I made sucks. So at the beginning when I started those, the average donations that I made for per session was around 30 euros. By the end it was going like around 50 euros. So there's like a slight improvement. There's also a lot of improvement in terms of like setting, like how like the sessions became so much better because I've iterated that. But just like typical like Lisbon average startup in my opinion, like I was so much focused on like quality of the product, I was not paying enough attention to like the business side.
Right.
It's like, oh, I actually need to make money. And it's like I didn't pay myself. Like doing like 30 or $50 per session, like where I spend maybe like 10 hours on that, it's like I'm not paying myself.
Yeah.
I'm barely covering like the expenses, you know. So it's like it's a lot of free work. Like I've done 70 sessions for free, pretty much, so I can like learn. And moving forward, like this is why I stopped for a year, when I'm like, okay, I actually need to hire help, get like, and figure out a way how can I like sell the tickets at a fairly good price, because otherwise because eventually the only way for me to grow is to do like franchise to scale it, because I'm hosting pretty much deep conversation.
Okay, can you explain what it is?
Okay, so Meaningful Conversations is pretty much I choose a topic. It was born from the idea of creating a community for people to have deep, meaningful conversations in a safe space. And what happens is I wanted to have conversations about edgy topics. For example, sex, money, fear, dark side, or even purpose, happiness, like all of those topics. So we are talking about things that we usually wouldn't talk with our parents, with our family, or our friends. And I want to have these conversations. I want to have conversations about these topics. So it started out as like, I want to have these conversations. Whoever wants to join me into having these conversations, just come over. And it's like, you can just leave a donation and that's fine. And it was great. But now the idea is, because having like a deep, vulnerable conversation, like you cannot have like 100 people having that conversation, sitting in a circle having that conversation, because like, well, nobody will open up.
Okay.
That's the thing. So like, after I've understood from my experience, after 15 people, like the openness, like people will not open. So like the openness, the capacity for people, or desire for people to open up, it's just gonna plummet down. So like 15 is like pretty much the max that you can have.
What about like 100 people, but like different like subgroups?
Exactly. So eventually that would be my idea. So my idea is either, so intimacy and vulnerability in a group setting is not scalable. I cannot have 100 people. But what I can do, I either can open like different hubs. So like one in Cascais, one in Berlin, one in London, one in like in different countries all over the world. Or, for example, my idea would be like, Fábrica de Braço Prata over here. So do like, let's imagine we're gonna talk about a topic of purpose in life. No, not purpose.
Entrepreneurship.
Gender. So because I tend to choose more of a humanistic topics. So not money, for example.
Right.
Like a topic of money, like something taboo, right? Like people have like money mindset, money issues, like, oh shit, scarcity, this, that. And then, for example, for 100 people, my idea would be like, okay, I will bring like 3 or 4 people who have opposite perspectives, right, on the topic, and I'm gonna have like maybe like half an hour, 40 minutes, like a panel discussion for it. And then I'm gonna get another 4 or 5 another facilitators. We're gonna break this 100 people into groups of 20, and they're gonna have like for 1 hour, 1.5 hours, a meaningful conversation. So like 5 meaningful conversations is gonna be happening there, and that's it. So like ideally, like the only form of scaling would be that. But yeah, I will. I'm dreaming about this, so like I might test it out. I need to get a little bit bigger. My marketing needs to get a little bit better, and as soon as I'm like, I feel like, I think I'm grounded enough. I'm just gonna try be like, hey, I'm gonna do this like a test run with 100 people. It's gonna be just $5 a ticket.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's it. And it's gonna be like 100 people. I'm gonna do the partnerships with them where I get the space for free because I'm gonna bring in so many people. People are gonna 100 people are gonna be consuming lots of drinks, and yeah, we'll see what happens, and I'll test it out.
Nice.
And then the idea is like you have 100 people who wanna have deep conversations and connect on a deeper level, right? Like so they feel like they belong. They don't feel like aliens. Yeah. And after that, of course, they can just stay and talk to each other and it's all of these things. So sort of create a community for people who want to do that. So
nice.
That's the thing. But I was really much focused on what my heart wanted, throughout these 2 years, and I was neglecting. I was like, I'm not doing money-wise. I'm not doing well, and I was lying to myself. I was like, oh no, I'm doing great. I was like, no, I'm not.
You're like, right around the corner is going to be the big takeoff moment, was what the feeling was, kind of?
No, the feeling was like, oh, I'm doing better, I'm improving.
Okay, I'm on the right path.
I'm on the right path, but the thing is, the improvement was not fast enough. So this is why I also stopped. It's okay, I got from 30 euros per session to 50 euros per session in 2 years, on average. And it's it will take me maybe 10 years to get to actually where I can actually, for the business to be profitable, so I can actually pitch it and open different hubs. And it's not worth it. It's doing 10 years. So it's like, I would say like, you need to put like really good work for 2-3 years. If after 3 years you're still not making money, just fucking get it behind a shed and just fucking shoot it. And that's it.
Shoot the idea.
Shoot the idea.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Just to be clear.
Do not hurt yourself.
And that's Gavin O'Leary's, like that guy from the Shark Tank.
Oh,
That's his philosophy. If after 3 years you're not making money, just murder it and move on.
Yeah, okay.
And it's
Yeah,
like,
just the way you said it, dude.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like-
just shoot the idea. So like, I don't want to shoot the idea because, like, some of the people told me like this is like the best shit ever, and it's like I've been like the impact on people is huge. Makes a lot of difference.
It's also your
people's
personal
lives.
passion. And,
Yeah, it's the closest that I've got to like feeling fully like fulfilled, like ikigai. You know,
Right.
it's like,
Yeah.
except it's still missing the money part.
Right,
Because like,
right,
the
right.
way I feel after the session, I'm like, I'm so high, I'm so happy, I'm in heaven. I feel so fulfilled, you know?
Nice.
And yeah, I just need to figure out a way to make some money out of it, and it's gonna be great.
What do you call it again?
Meaningful conversations.
Meaningful conversations.
Yes,
Beautiful.
yes.
Wow.
What are your thoughts on Ikigai, Tyler? Do you know what that is?
I met a few icky guys before, but trying to stay away from that addiction. It's gotten really out of control.
Okay. Do you know what that is? Should
We're
we
not
chat
talking about your
GPT it?
OnlyFans.
Should we Gemini it?
Can we? Yeah, that's Gemini icky
Oh,
guys.
good
I
idea.
mean, that sounds kind of dangerous.
Good idea.
How
Do
long
not
time?
Google icky
I
guys.
think we've already done like an hour and a half.
Here, we can end after this.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, from one icky guy to the next.
Yeah.
Transition. What is ikigai? Ikigai.
Mm,
It is a Japanese concept that roughly translates to a reason for being, a reason to get out of bed in the morning.
Oh, that's a nice definition.
Mhm. It's often visualized as a Venn diagram where 4 main circles overlap. Finding your ikigai involves identifying the sweet spot where these 4 elements meet. Okay, I've seen the diagram of this. The 4 pillars of ikigai: what you love, your passions and what brings you joy, what you're good at, your skills, talents, and strengths,
Yeah.
what the world needs,
Yes.
how you can contribute to society and help others, what you can be paid for, how you can sustain yourself financially,
Yeah.
what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for.
Yeah, cool.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah.
Any thoughts?
Well, I mean, I think that is very important, and I think that's why we kind of want to get away from, in a sense, it's kind of the opposite of what I said earlier. In a sense, in order to find that, I think we want to get away from listening to others too much, like away from listening to society too much about what success should be like, or what the ideals are. Like, you have to kind of find your own ideals, I think, you know? Ideally, they'd be kind of in that realm of those 4 things. You definitely don't want to go against, like, you don't want to make society worse. I feel like that's kind of a rare thing. I don't think people really actually set out for that.
Mm.
I think people do sometimes find themselves in situations where they feel like that's their only option. Sometimes,
Like Hitler.
something like that. Yeah, but I mean,
We
even
keep bringing them back.
I mean, I
He
guess
had good intentions, bro. It's just like execution was the one who it wasn't that great.
Yeah, the execution was pretty decent. Like,
The execution was
a little too much execution.
not too much. Yeah.
Too much execution.
not for what he wanted.
But those, I mean, I think that they did think that it was their best option for society, very incorrectly. Did they not? No, they did. They thought they were doing the right thing.
but let's just.
They thought
I
they
don't
were
want to
doing the right thing.
justify the
So
Holocaust.
how do you avoid, like, no, because everybody is thinking they're doing the right thing. that's what the guy who actually acted as.
So you gotta have some external input then, from the right people.
Yeah. It's an art. Like, I think living well is like very much an art. Like, and I think that that's a problem for society because we often think about things way too simply, or we just like get obsessed with like one idea, and we just like are obsessed with this one thing.
It's too narrow and we lose the perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like for me, like it was interesting what you were saying before about like being afraid of failure or something like that. It's like, I don't know, like for me, I think when I've lacked execution of like doing the business stuff or whatever, like it never felt like I was actually afraid of failure or that I was like having like a vision for the future that made me scared, like, or too scared to start. Like I've never felt like I've been too scared to start or too afraid to follow through.
Okay.
I felt like I've been too confused to follow through. Right? Like
So
when I've started things,
clarity.
lack of clarity, yes, to keep going. It's like, okay, I made the company name and I made the company logo, now what? Like,
Yeah, because these are the two most important things.
yeah. Yeah.
No, they're not.
Oh.
It's your product, the service.
The product or service, yeah.
And then, like, for example, if I would start now, it's like first I will get like product, service, and clients. Only after actually getting paid clients, this is where I would actually like, oh bro, like we want to buy this, like give me your company's info. And I'm like, I don't have any. Then go open the company. I'm like, okay, cool. Only then I would open the company.
Okay.
You know, it's like first you get a sale and then you go open the company.
Right.
And only then you get the name and the logo and the website.
Uh,
But it's like, because like,
Yeah.
if you don't even have sales, it's like, yeah, you have to start from somewhere, but it's like, how do you know people market wants it? That's the thing.
right. So, yeah, we talked about sales before. Like, yeah, people are quite scared of sales. I mean, first, sometimes we don't even know that we're supposed to be starting with sales as
Yeah.
like entrepreneurs, and then, you know.
And the sales side, I think I want to get better at it. Thank you for sending me the link. I haven't applied it yet, but I will.
Oh right, yeah.
And like, I want to get better at it because it's sort of like, it's overcoming the rejection. It's like, oh, like imagine this person is gonna reject my idea, my passion project.
Right.
They're gonna reject my baby.
Right.
That's gonna hurt. So people like,
Right.
it's struggling.
Right.
People struggle with that.
Right. I think like that's again for me is like rooting, you know, staying rooted in myself so that way I can absorb like the, you know, or like deflect. Like it's gonna come at you like no matter what.
No choice.
So yeah, like either you take the good idea and you like bring it into yourself and you like accept it and you work with it, you work it in somehow to yourself, or you like are strong enough so you're like, you know, you kind of deflect it off you, you know?
Yeah.
That's gonna happen, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Nice.
yeah, so chat, go ahead and donate to Unnatural Selection so we can seed all of these ideas. No, just kidding. Yeah. Go ahead, Gemini, please sponsor this, and we'll see you
Next
soon.
time.
Yeah.
Good job, guys.
Great job, guys.